Hello everyone, we are going to discuss about adaptive management of cybercriminal maladaptive organizations in the offing that imperil the nation. So first we are going to discuss first we are going to start the topic with the abstract view. So the functioning of some of the universities institutions in the country turns maladaptive occasionally owing to the mismanagement of academics. So if there is a mismanagement of academics, then the sufferings will be given to the people, to the students only. So adding fuel to the fire and undesirable nexus. As a result, the classical academic environment gets badly affected. That means the students will be affected. If the students get affected, then the citizens and the nation gets affected. Even there were errors targeted by the management for nurturing lopsided academics, the need of the hour, the need is to enlighten the public, particularly the students, to improvise and to eliminate the elements in the organizational setting and the violation of the constitution. For instance, fake underground and cybercriminal government. So we are going to discuss about the case study of two organizational settings elusive to the RTA Act by shying away from the responsibilities. By such an approach, they tend to turn the organizations maladaptive. We have uh, we have a website-based approach for guidance and counseling to the students and the staff also. So the details will be presented in the below paper, in the below information that we are going to discuss. So when we'll start off with the introduction. So a case study of multiple cybercrimes were presented in 1 to 7 page. In the reference, the sub-inspector Mr. Raju was taken on chief examination. He then communicated that based on these documents, I have investigated with the JN2 authorities and I was with the name of accused as a responsible person for this. So his submission mentions that the SA market the accused one based on the investigation with the JNU authorities. However, the details were not revealed in the examination. Further, the details of the interactions between JNU authorities were not recorded. Therefore, the judgment of acquittal of accused was on the feeble grounds, was not there. Further, the Cyberbath police mentioned in the charge sheet that separate charge sheet would be filed. Why? What is the reason that a separate charge sheet should be filed? However, the authorities did not file separate charge sheet but ended the case. So they have simply ended the case instead of filing the case, instead of filing a charge sheet. So had the police not closed the case, had they submitted the separate charge sheet and they produced accused in court of Lloyd Mirpur, a necessity might have arisen for a retrieval of the accused. So in India, most of the cybercrimes are committed by educated persons. Cybercrimes are becoming a great threat not only to the people, but if the people are affected, then automatically it means that the entire nation, entire India is going to affect. If it goes to abroad also, not only India but the whole country and different countries may also get affected. So to deal with the cybercrimes, professional ethics, computer ethics, and the case studies such as within the Indian society should be related. Education should also be like a man making, character building, and national building type in the footsteps of great persons such as Swami Vivekananda. So, in this regard, an awareness generation should be taken massively for inculcating a remedial national spirit by keeping guidelines and counseling in the web pages, publicizing the cybercriminal remedial steps taken by the Indian government. So, thus, the national cognition impairment gets a remedy, giving rise to real social progress. If the society is good, if the people are good, then automatically we will not face these cyber criminal activities, will not participate in the cyber criminal activities, and also will not get this whatever the cyber crimes. So the positivity should be spread among the people. The positive national psychology should be developed in the people. So inculcating, that means bringing back the true spirit of the national integrity. People should be sensitized against any regionalism movement approaches that abuse the national spirit by cyber crimes. Other approaches could be conducting workshops, seminars, conferences in this regard, such as this case study should be studied deeply by the other people so that we can be against this spirit of the true academics, so that we get the spirit of the true academics. Social development makes an attempt to eradicate the quality changes within the structure and the framework of the society. So the development will be bringing the positivity, it will be bringing the qualitative changes within the structure and the framework of the society, so as to higher the understand aims and objectives. Development could be a method of a social amendment, not simply a group of policies and programs, but the essential mechanism driving social amendment is increasing awareness resulting in the higher organization. Once society senses new and higher opportunities for progress, it develops new sorts of organization to use this new opening with a success. So, there should be positive motives that drive the social amendment and essential preconditions for that amendment to occur. The motive should be powerful enough to beat obstructions that impede the amendment from occurring. Nowadays, the development needs resources corresponding to the capital and supporting infrastructure. So, development is the result of the society's capability to arrange resources to satisfy challenges and opportunities. Of course, we know what do you mean by development. We have to satisfy every challenge and every opportunity we have to take, and we have to make it as a better society. The society passes through well-defined stages, and the structure enhances, introduces, support the innovations. What are the innovations? So if we give the positive thoughts like innovations or building the society, then we won't go to the negative side like participating in the cyber criminal activities. Overall, physically, socially, mentally and psychologically, it will be good for the students, not only for the students but for the entire nation. Moreover, four different types of resources area unit involved in the promoting development. Physical resources area unit most visible but least capable of growth. Productivity of the resources can increase hugely as a result of standard of organization and level of information inputs rise. As we get the positive information and as the organizing things, as we have organizing the things, organizing the resources, then productivity of the resources can increase. So now we are going to discuss about the background work related to the paper, related to this publication of the paper. So it will serve as a motivation, and also we can present how the two organizations dodged and dilly-dallied, pointing to each other. So in our earlier work highlighted a case study of multiple cybercrimes such as sedition and violation of State Emblem of India, Prevention of Improper Use Act 2005. The cybercrime website indicated nearly 2,000 registrations, which is surprisingly a lot figure for a cybercriminal website. The scenario gave rise to cyber forensic research and investigation. The initial complaint in the police station did not get the registration. So, upon continuous persuasion, finally FIR was filed as a fresh complaint, but it went in vain. The charge sheet was filed. Prosecution of proceedings in case of accused one was over. As a result, accused one was acquitted. So, with this background in view, the present work has been taken up. So, when we discuss, after discussing about the background, we have to discuss about the survey. So, the organization of JNTUH JSC was affiliated to the online cheating government of Telangana and online seditious government of Telangana. The policing and judiciary are not just sufficient in handling cyber crimes. So, cyber counseling and guidance is crucial in generating public opinion, national integration, and academic development for handling the cyber crimes which are taking every day and everywhere. So, this is useful for organizing group activities at mass level in the right direction. So, when we organize many activities in the right direction, so there is a possibility that everything goes right, such that they don't get the negative thoughts of going into the cyber criminal, participating in the cyber criminal activities. So whatever be the race, cause or religion or region, so we'll make them organize the activities in the right direction. So in the right direction, organized activities are undertaken only in a way that is not prejudicial to national interests such as national amity, national solidarity, national integration, and national sovereignty. So, in the right direction, organized activities are undertaken. The cybercrime is dissolved by public opinion generation and analysis, and right direction, right orientation of the same by adopting the web-based approach. A web crawler tool for internet arching of the websites is a web-based approach. So, the snapshots capture evidence of the usage of cheating and seditious government of Telangana, to which JNTUH JSC claims belongingness. They serve as a cyber criminal intelligence alternatives for countering cybercrime towards positive makeup of public opinion. The field of information and communication technologies has developed the leaps and bounds in the recent times. So, what is the goal? The goal is nothing but to facilitate information transparency. However, the information transparency is more challenged than achieved. So, of course, we know that whatever the things that we want to avoid this, to prevent these cyber criminal activities, we have to take up a challenge, that is information transparency, which is more challenging than achieved. Information authorities do not disclose information that easily, so it will becomes more challenging to us. We present a case of three decisions of the RTA authority against the institutional authorities, particularly the Public Information Officer, for abusing the RTA Act and public authority. So, we present how we adopted the technological means of website for the generation of awareness with respect to cybercriminal organization in Telangana, which perpetrated the crimes of sedition, violation of state emblem of India. So, from this, what is the motivation that the students or normal civil society or whatever the citizens can get? Any people, what is the motivation we can get from this paper? The charge sheet for this case study was detailed. So from the details we can know the depth of the case, and we can know that what are the things which are going on wrongly, so that we can make the things, wrong things, into the right things. The conditions for RT application was arose because of the delay in the proceedings of the case. Subsequent to RTO application date, the charge sheet was filed on 23/12/2014. The cybercrime registered ignored the sedition angle of crime. It was registered only much time after an earlier similar complaint was ignored for registration. So the cybercrime gives the impression that the motto of the culprit organization is either religion separation or national separation. So it is a great threat to the nation, we know that. So with nearly 2000 registrants involving many staff and students of university, was evident from the culprit website, the cybercriminal activities was rampant. That means it's a frequent. The details were not transparent in the public. It was not known whether the foreign students were involved or not, or whether they had played any role in the overall issue or not. The situations gave scope for the doubts of the university authorities, and the police worked cohesively to sidetrack to get to know about the cybercrime issue. Thus, conditions arose favorably to frame the 48 questions in the figures 1, 2, 3 for RTA remedies. So, what is the analysis that we have done in this analysis of organization efficacy? So, it gives the details of response for the police to the 48 questions. We have asked the 48 questions, right? So it gives the details of the response by the police to the 48 questions. The response gives information related to the first 6 questions. It indicated the remaining questions were related to the JNTUH. So the police department sent document to the PIO JNTUH, that is the registrar JNTUH, for responding with respect to information related to the questions. But upon approaching the authority, it was all in vain. Thus, we did not get the response from either organization, Cybercrime Police or JNTUH authorities. This led to peculiar situation where each organizational authority pointed at the other, but we got nothing. Subsequent to the court hearing also, some case information was collected from the police department with respect to case status. The information further by the police department indicated that after the trial, the case ended in acquittal. What interests us now is the use of police complaint against cybercrime. How is a teacher researcher on cyber security to deal with the situation, come up to deal with the situation where the cybercrime resolution approach upon investigation with the police is watered down to case of null and void. Particularly, this case will affect the national consciousness, solidarity, integrity feelings in general masses, in huge masses. This does not pertain to any single individual, but it affects the whole nation. The loss is not to a single person or the person who is doing all these activities, or that entire university or the particular giant university or the particular person, but the loss is to the entire nation and not to any individual. So owing to the 2000 registrations, the cybercriminal activity is considered rampant. The academic environment became perverted and maladaptive. The public authorities enjoyed their positions of they have enjoyed their positions a lot. So we have different responses of authority and did not give any orders of prohibition. So while the many cases have been going on, the authorities, whatever the persons who are working, the staff was enjoying the authority, but they did not give any orders of prohibition against the culprit organization or culprit website. The conclusions is that our work comprises of case study paper presentation with regard to how one can track the cyber crimes and cyber laws. The cybercriminal organization is considered in this record. Police registered an FIR. Two accused persons were mentioned in the charge sheet. Accused one was acquitted because evidence was produced by the police and was against the police. The police mentioned in the charge sheet that E2 was absconding and supplementary charge sheet would be filed. But after the acquittal means charging of E1, the charge sheet in the response of E2 was not filed, but the case was ended as reported by the inspector of police. This shows that the police were reluctant. So they have acquitted the E1, but they have didn't charge the file against A2. This means that the police were reluctant to convict to catch the culprits. This is a case of cybercrime scenario in which the cybercrime is registered but no criminals were fixed. Given the situation, it is clear that the academic environment is clubbed with a massive cybercrime. So it is involved with the massive cybercrime. The experience report indicates that there is no use of mere cybercrime cybersecurity subjects, and thus mere studies of such subjects do not contribute to values and academic lives of students and staff. People should be made sensitive to not use abuse constitutional provisions and laws by inculcating the national spirit. As a respect, they have to respect fundamental values such as respect for the nation and for the laws of land. So remedial approaches should be adopted towards this goal. We have used website as a means for basic awareness generation with regard to values, national laws, constitution and personality development. The response from the academic stakeholders to our web-based guidance and counseling is satisfying and encouraging and market as smart and innovative by the feedback. The government should take the cognizance of maladaptive makeup of the JNDH in regard of the cybercrime for the readdress.